Hello everyone, Jamie Trull here, your favorite CPA and profit strategist. And today we're going to continue talking about digital courses. So I've been doing a lot of content on this channel. I know normally I'm talking about small business finances and managing that, and that is my bread and butter. But the second favorite thing that I like to talk about over here on this channel is creating digital courses, because I'm a course creator. So I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of experiences in this realm, and I know a lot of people are interested in course creation and wondering if it's right for them. So today we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't buy Amy Porterfield's Digital Course Academy. So if you're thinking about it, I'm recording this currently in September of 2023, although this is something that I expect will continue to be valid each and every time that Amy launches Digital Course Academy, which she typically does once a year. And we are walking into her launch of Digital Course Academy, which is about to happen when I am recording this. So you might be searching, trying to decide if it's right for you. And there's a lot of content out there, but I wanted to actually make a video that is more specifically about why you shouldn't buy Digital Course Academy. And what I'm going to be talking about is some specifics about you, right? What makes someone a good fit for DCA? What makes someone not a good fit for DCA? Because I think it's really important that we're honest with ourselves before we walk into a program that costs any amount of money, really, but that is a program we expect to be an investment into our future. So I'm going to have to really quickly caveat before we jump in here that I am a Digital Course Academy alumni. So I took Digital Course Academy in September of 2019. And since then, I have created a digital course business using largely what I learned from Amy Porterfield. So I have the experience to back it up. My entire business now used to be one-to-one services, and now is digital courses. I have a variety of different digital options, courses, toolkits, spreadsheets, things like that for digital download. But really, the impetus of this business was taking Digital Course Academy back in 2019. Now, I also want to caveat and be really clear up front that I am an affiliate for Digital Course Academy. So you may have seen other affiliates out there. I am an affiliate for the program. I am someone that is a big fan of Amy Porterfield and her programs, not just because I'm an affiliate for them, but because I actually took them and they were incredibly instrumental in the success and growth of the business that I have today. So I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of understanding of those programs. And so I can speak from someone who has actually been through them. So whenever you're getting advice, whenever you're hearing things, just make sure that you're getting that information from someone who's actually been through the program and has been able to have some success with that program. So wait, Jamie, if you're an affiliate, why are you going to tell me why I shouldn't buy Digital Course Academy? Very good question, because I don't think it's right for everyone. So yes, I'm an affiliate, and I guess technically I should be telling every single person and their brother to buy Digital Course Academy, but honestly, I don't think that would serve me or you, because what I really want are the right people to get into DCA. And I want people to walk in eyes wide open, because that will help in your eventual success. Now, I've been an affiliate for 4 years running, and I have walked through DCA with multiple different classes. And so I've been able to see who is successful and who isn't, and what qualities that person who's successful has that maybe differ from the qualities of somebody who isn't. Because of course, no course can boast a 100% success rate in terms of somebody creating, launching a successful digital course or anything else that they're going to teach, right? And that is because while Amy can give you the toolkit, or if you buy my program, I can give you the toolkit for handling your finances, you still have to do the work, right? A course is technically DIY with support. So you have all the tools at your disposal, but you have to use them, right? Buying a toolbox does not guarantee that, your broken leaky faucet is going to get fixed. If you just buy the toolbox and you don't use it, you don't utilize it, the end result is not going to be achieved. So that's really important to know with any kind of DIY learning, that you're going to get all the things at your disposal that you need, but you still are the one to do the work. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into why you shouldn't buy Digital Course Academy, okay? The number one reason you shouldn't buy it is if you are looking to get rich quick. If you are someone that thinks that creating and selling a digital course is your, get rich quick ticket to being able to make a ton of money in a short period of time without a lot of effort. I'm sorry, that just isn't true. It just is not true. It takes effort, it takes time, it takes continuing to hone your product and your marketing, right? This is not an overnight success type of thing. So we have to be realistic with our expectations. Now, can you generate a really good return in a short period of time? Yes, and I did. But again, everybody's a little bit different, and it depends on where you're starting from, and it depends on a lot of things about you, right? So you'll have the toolbox again, but if you're thinking that you can double your money, triple your money, 100 times your money in a month, that's probably not a realistic goal. So you have to be thinking with the long term. Typically, the way that it works with digital courses is you create it the first time, and hopefully you have a profitable first launch. Some of that is going to depend mostly on whether you've put effort into building an audience and things like that. Now, that doesn't mean you have to have an audience already when you join DCA, but you have to be committed to growing that audience in order to see that success. It's not something that's just going to happen because you created a course. You have to put that effort in. So typically what's going to happen is you're going to create the course. It's going to, hopefully be profitable on that first launch, hopefully more than pay back the investment in DCA. And then over time, right, you will continue to hone it, continue to refine it, continue to refine your marketing specifically, right? Try out all those techniques, put those techniques that Amy gives you into practice, and you will see an increase over and over and over again, right? The goal is to just continue to refine what you have done, and then you will continue to see those returns. But it is not an overnight thing, and people need to be aware of that when they jump into it. If you're buying it because you think that somehow it's automatically going to guarantee you're a millionaire by next year, like that's just not how it works. So that is the first person. If you're looking to get rich quick, DCA is not right for you. And I would also be wary of anything that promises that you're going to get rich quick, because most of the time, let's be honest, spoiler alert, those are scams. Okay, so the second reason you should not join Digital Course Academy is if you can't commit, right? If you are not a person that can commit. Now, I don't necessarily mean that you have to commit your entire life to DCA. You probably have a life. You probably have maybe a business to run or a 9-to-5 or something else going on in your life. So I'm not saying you need to drop everything and commit to creating your digital course, but you do need to find pockets of time and commit to making it work, right? Commit to trying to get that work done. And you do want to have some time in your day to be able to make that happen, right? It can be flexible when it is. Maybe it's getting up a little bit earlier. Maybe it's, after the kids go to bed at night. Maybe it's over your lunch hour, whatever it is. Maybe you're binging while you're driving the kids around or, commuting to work, right? Whatever it is, commit to being able to take in the information, because that's part of it, right? You're going to get the information, but then you have to actually action it. So you want to be able to commit to actioning. And it doesn't necessarily have to happen while you're going through Digital Course Academy, though I do recommend taking action as you go through the course, but you want to have a timeline. And that's one of the things that you'll set up in DCA is a timeline for getting things done. And so you want to stick to that. You want to make sure that you can commit. And the great thing about DCA is it doesn't mean that you have to be this amazing self-motivated person, right? You have some accountability built in by just going through the program with a large group of people together. You can also get an accountability pod, which I highly, highly, highly recommend in DCA, especially if you're somebody that really needs that kind of group accountability to make that progress. But the key is to take action. I was successful in DCA because DCA gave me the tools and I put those tools into action, right? I went and fixed the faucet to carry on with our metaphor. But really, you have to put it into action, right? You have to take the tools, the tutorials, the guides, all the things, and actually be working on it and putting it into action. So if you can't commit, right, whether it's now or 6 months from now when you decide to sit back and look at it again, if you can't commit, then don't do it. Don't get into it, because you're just going to get frustrated and it's not going to work for you if you can't find any time at all to be able to commit. I know sometimes FOMO can make us get into something, but again, you have to make that decision that I am going to commit to this. I'm going to make this an investment. I talk about this a lot when it comes to finances, but finances are not automatically on their face an investment. Okay, it's what you do with them. Something can be an investment, or it can be what I call an expense. Technically, I get it, they're all expenses, but an investment is something that you expect will generate more money than what you paid. So anything that you're paying for that you expect to be an investment, over time, you should make more than that, and you should make an exponential amount more than that. I believe DCA can be an incredible investment. For me, it was. It's not for everybody, right? For the people who don't actually log in or get one module in and decide they can't commit, right? It's not an investment for them. Now it's just an expense. Now it's just money that you spent that you're not going to get any kind of return off of. So that's really important, is to decide if you're hitting that button to buy it, commit. This is a commitment you are making to yourself to get this done, to get your course out into the world. And this really relates to the third reason you shouldn't join Digital Course Academy, which is if you give up easily. If you are a person that gives up easily, that you're not willing to really figure it out and dive in. There is so much mindset. I would say creating a course and launching a course is more mindset than it is actual what you have to do. It is all about being able to say, okay, I ran into this thing I don't know how to do. And instead of throwing my hands up and saying, I don't know, I can't do it, it's too hard, I'm out, right? I could have done that a million times and I felt like doing that. And maybe in the moment I did it, but then I'd come back an hour later, I'd sit down and I'd say, I'm going to figure this out. You have to have a mentality that says, I'm going to figure this out. I have the tools at my disposal to do that. And just because something goes wrong, I'm not going to just give up, right? Just because things get hard, I'm not just going to give up on the dream that I want for myself. So that requires having an important why, being really clear on what you want to get out of this business, right? And why you want to do it. If you don't have that, don't join. I probably should have made that one of my don't join ifs. It really is important to have an attitude where you are going to figure it out. You know that you can, even if you don't have confidence. I am not a tech person. I say that all the time. I probably should stop saying that because I know that that's just a belief I've put on myself, but I have an online business. I used to have my husband come down here and have to fix my computer until the point when he couldn't do that anymore because he didn't know anything about the world that I was living in. He didn't know about opt-ins and landing pages and email service providers, right? I had to figure that out. I had to sit down and use the tools at my disposal, which were fabulous, but I had to actually do the work. I had to get my hands dirty and get in there. And I think that is a critical piece. Don't assume that you can just hire out all of that because number one, that's expensive. And number two, I do believe it's really important in a business like this that you, as the face and as the owner, know how to do the main things within your business, because you're not always going to have somebody who can, fix your email that went out wrong or something like that. You need to know how to get your hands dirty, how to really get in there. You'll learn it over time. Give yourself some grace, right, for the learning period, but you need to be a person that just doesn't give up, that isn't going to give up. Again, that's a decision that you can make that says, I'm going to figure this out and I know that I can. And the fourth and final reason that you shouldn't buy Digital Course Academy, and this is a finance channel, right? So I do have to say this. If you just absolutely can't afford it, be responsible with your money. Do I believe that this can be a huge investment, especially if you don't fall into one of those first three buckets? Yes, it was for me. I have seen it happen over and over and over and over again, where this money pays itself back in spades. The money and the work, the time that you put in is an investment and the money that you invest is an investment, but it comes back. But if you are struggling significantly financially, right? If you are not sure how you're going to pay your bills, if you're struggling to pay your staff, if you're struggling, like really struggling, this isn't it. Going back to point one, this is not the quickest way to generate money. What you need to be doing is figuring out how can I generate money as quickly as possible. Building a brand new thing that you've never had before and figuring out how to launch it and all the time and effort it takes to do that is not the best use of your time if you are in a severe money crunch. It just isn't. I will never advocate for people to go into debt to buy courses. What I want you to do is to say, I want to do this. If this sounds like something you want to do, I want to do this, but I'm going to make sure that by this time next year, assuming this opens again a year from now, I want to have X amount of money saved so that I can take this course, right? And then spend your time really working on that and getting in a financial place where you can do that. If you're coming from a place of desperation, it's not going to work for you, right? It's not going to work for you because you're not going to make the best choices. It's going to be out of a place of fear. It's not going to be out of a place of abundance and being able to help people. You're just going to be trying to make money as quickly as possible. And if that's your mindset, your course isn't going to be any good. People aren't going to resonate with you. They're not going to trust you. And you're going to feel so much pressure that it's not going to be worth it. This is not the quickest way to make money if you are in a financial hardship. This is an investment in the long term of your business and your life. but it is not something that you should do if you are struggling to put food on the table. Okay, please, please, please back away from the buy button. Not just Digital Course Academy, but pretty much anything else that you think is going to be the solver of your problems. What you need to do is get creative with your current situation and really figure that out and dive into your finances. Don't put that on anything to save you, right? There is no program out there that is going to save you. You just have to double down and figure out what you can do to generate more cash and potentially cut expenses depending on your situation. But that should be the first priority, not investing in something new. Okay, that's my diatribe on why you shouldn't buy Digital Course Academy. Now, if none of that applies to you, and if you're like, no, I can commit, I know that this is the long game, right? I have the money to be able to put into this, to invest in it, and I'm not going to give up easily. If those all apply to you, join the program. I'm telling you, you are the right kind of person then that is going to be able to take this to a level where you are going to see that investment payback in spades. If you are that type of person, DCA is absolutely an amazing program. It gives you all the tools you need in order to be successful, to create a digital course, but even more importantly, to launch and sell the dang thing. So if you are saying, I'm in, I want to do DCA, this is great for me, then I definitely want you to go check out my affiliate bonuses to make it even more of an investment for you. So jamietrull.com/DCA. Depending on when you're watching this, we may have them listed. If DCA is not open or about to open, if you're watching this later, continue to come back to that. We're going to have resources on that page for you that you can get started and get ready for the next time DCA comes around and opens. But our bonuses are all about the 3 C's. So our 2023 bonuses, again, if you're watching this in 2023, this is what they are. They may be different if you're watching this another time, but our 2023 bonuses are all about the 3 C's. Okay, so cash flow. I give you all the things to help you with your cash flow, to help you on budgeting, all the templates that you need to track your metrics to make you have a profitable launch. I think that's really important. I want you to be profitable. Okay, I want you to make more money by a long shot than what you spent on this course. Okay, so my cash flow bonuses are perfect for that. Then the second C is community. We have bonuses around community because I think it's so important. The DCA group is big. There will probably be a few thousand people within DCA. While you will get the support within there and you'll want to engage in that larger community, it can be sometimes helpful to have a smaller community of sub 100 people is what we expect, to be able to bounce things off of, to maybe form your accountability groups from, and to just have a more intimate group of people going through the same thing that you can actually feel like you get to know. So that's really the goal. And along with community, we also do a mixer to help you meet people, maybe form those accountability groups. And we have 2 group happy hours that are my favorite thing, where I get to sit and hang with y'all and have a happy hour and talk about various different course related topics. Okay, so I get to do that on Zoom and talk to you and hear about how your progress is going. And the third bonus, and this is new for this year, we'll see if we keep it, but I really wanted to add something that was super high value and something you're not going to get in most other affiliate packages and that you can't get within DCA, and that is coaching. I'm going to be offering Voxer access to everybody who joins through my link, that you can send me Voxer notes. And if you don't know what Voxer is, it's basically an app where you can send either voice notes or texts. Basically, you're going to have my number and I'm going to be doing office hours where I respond to those and can have conversations with you. If you're getting stuck on a course topic and you want to bounce some things off of me, or if you have questions about my tech and what I use, I can actually interact with you one-on-one. So we are adding one-on-one support this year. I'm a little scared, but I'm also really excited because one of my favorite things to do is to get to know the people going through this and to really support you. And so I think that this is going to be critical for you if you're a person that is worried about getting stuck. I want to help you get unstuck. And I think sometimes having someone to be able to personally one-on-one bounce things off of when you need it is a really great backstop to have. Okay. So while I am no expert in all things courses, I have done it. I have built my business. I have learned a lot in the last 4 years, and I want to help you, give you some of that wisdom and maybe help you avoid some of the mistakes that I made. So that is part of our bonus package too. So definitely go check that all out. JamieTrull.com/DCA. Again, those are the 2023 bonuses. Those may change for next year, but that is what we're offering right now. And we are so excited for this bonus package. So definitely go check everything out. We'd love to have you as part of our program. If you have questions, just respond back to us at support@balancedcfo.com. If you're wondering if this is right for you, we love having those conversations. So definitely reach out to us, and happy course creating.